Hey guys, I'm an NA Challenger Talon one trick. I have over 2 million mastery points, 8,000 plus games. Talon is my main champion. I've climbed with him since Season 2. Today I will be bringing you my ultimate Talon guide for pre-Season 9. Okay, let's first start with Talon's abilities. First, we have Talon's passive. It's a 3-stack bleed. Talon hits a champion or epic monster with 3 spells. And then the next auto will proc a bleed that does a bunch of damage. Basically, all your combos will revolve around this ability. Next, we have Talon's Q. It can be a ranged dash with a really fast auto after, or a melee auto reset. Talon's W is his primary source of wave clear, and you want to start combos with it. You basically throw out blades, and they come back to you. Second hit does more damage than the first hit. Talon's E is his wall jump. You basically jump over walls. And you can use this to roam, go around enemy wards, run away from the enemy team, keep the enemy team from catching you, and just be super mobile in team fights. Talon's ult throws a ring of blades and gives him invis and a move speed. You want to use this to finish off enemy targets, escape from enemy ganks, and set up your passive in your combo. Moving on to builds, my Talon build is pretty simple. I wrote it out on a notepad if you want to screenshot this for later. Basically, we want to start longsword and refillable if we think we can kill the enemy laner. Corrupting pot if we don't think we can kill the enemy laner. That way we have the health and mana sustain to make it through lane. Usually in these kinds of lanes, you want to be spamming your W to farm. Your core early mid-game items, you always want to rush Tiamat on your first back. If you don't have enough, you want to go as many longswords as you can. And then if you want to kill the enemy laner, go Tiamat, Serrated Dirk, into mobility boots. If you can't kill the enemy laner, go Tiamat, Mobies, Serrated Dirk. Always buy Sweeper around levels 8 or 9. After your core early mid-game items, rush Duskblade. If your team is ahead and you're ahead, go Duskblade, Black Cleaver, and Ghostblade. If you're ahead, your team is behind, and the enemy team has little hard CC to shut you down, you want to go Duskblade, Triforce, and Sterak's to 1v9 the game. Otherwise, just go Duskblade, Ghostblade. This is going to be your standard build. After Ghostblade, if you're ahead, go Duskblade, Ghostblade, Black Cleaver, otherwise build an Edge of Night. After your core items, if you think you're doing enough damage already and you want to go tanky, go Sterak's Gauge. If everyone on the enemy team is stacking armor, go LDR or Mortal Reminder. If you think the enemy team's win condition in a fight is to kill you, go Guardian Angel. If you're getting shut down by hard CC, go QSS into Mercurial Scimitar. If you're getting shut down by burst magic damage, go Hex Drinker into Maw. And if you back with exactly enough gold and you want to finish your build, buy Ravenous Hydra. Otherwise, sell Tiamat to finish one of these items. Now let's talk about gameplay. There's 2 kinds of lanes for Talon. When you lane versus melee champions, and when you lane versus ranged champions. Versus melee champions, usually they're pretty low range. They're going to walk up to auto minions. When they auto the minion, focus on hitting 2 Ws and then using Q and auto. If they try to fight you, auto melee Q auto wins almost every trade. When they auto a minion, don't be scared to Q auto forward, because then you can get 2 autos off, and they only get 1 auto off because they autoed a minion. Laning versus ranged champions. So you want to start the lane by testing the enemy laner. You throw a few Ws at him, and see if he dodges the second W. If he doesn't, poke him a few more times, go in with Q auto and kill him. If he's not giving you 2 W hits, start playing safe and using your W to farm. When walking up to auto a minion, use your W to force the enemy laner to dodge so he can't harass you. Just a general laning tip, if you see your jungler fighting the enemy jungler or contesting a scuttle, always go and help them, as Talon is really good in early skirmishes. Early mid game. This is around when you get Mobies. You want to stay in lane until you finish your Mobies because of turret plating, otherwise you lose way too much gold for roams. After your Mobies, you can continue to farm in lane, defend the turret plates, recall and walk back with Mobies if you need to. Start looking for roams between waves. Once a bot turret falls, ping your bot lane to walk mid, and you walk bot lane. This is a very standard lane swap. Be careful about overforcing, the meta punishes this with shutdown gold. With that being said, you want to make sure you're taking objectives to close out the game as Talon falls off really hard. Something to note, between 10 and 14 minutes, you can take and use Herald, and use it on turret plates for a big gold lead. Mid-game teamfighting. In teamfights, your primary goal is to kill the enemy highest priority target. Before the fight, press tab and note who you can and cannot one-shot, then kill the highest priority target you can. If you cannot one-shot someone, you can either split push or wait until the fight is almost over and go in and clean up. Remember to take as many objectives as you can after you win a team fight. You need to end the game fast as Talon falls off. Play patiently in team fights. If you go in first, you're always going to die. Late game. Okay, this is around 35 minutes. If you couldn't end the game by this point, Talon starts falling off because his scaling ratios aren't good, and you're putting 5 points into a non-combat spell, which is your E. At this point in the game, you want to focus on one-shotting the enemy squishies or helping your team to kill them because they're really strong at this point. It's okay to be really patient and wait for a good opportunity to go in. The enemy squishies are scared of you and they can't deal maximum damage until you go in and die. For Talon combos, since I made a video a couple months ago, it's still relevant. I'm just going to put it on instead of re-recording the entire thing. For lane combos, we have the simple stuff, WQ auto, QW auto, W auto, melee Q auto. Pretty easy, right? W, use your Q to pull your second W back auto. Q, W, flash to pull your second W back auto. W, flash, ranged Q auto. W, flash, melee Q auto. W, flash, which is basically the same mechanic as the Lee R flash combo. Alright, pretty simple stuff, right? Now let's get into full damage teamfight combos. These combos are designed to hit every single damage ability in Talon's kit, and hopefully deal the maximum damage you can for a team fight, obviously not including like a melee Q or whatever, right? So let's start with the most basic one. If you only want to learn one Talon combo, use this combo. I used only this combo to around 200 LP Masters back in Season 7, so this is definitely the combo that you need to know. WRQ auto. Now unless you're trying to use this combo every fight, I recommend using it to dodge something. You can also use your R to reposition and make your Q harder to react to in a team fight. WQR. This is a standard one-shot combo. You're going to use this when you want to kill an ADC. You're in WQ range. Be careful with this. Something like Draven E, etc. can all knock you out of your Q and then you're super screwed. Basically, the whole idea behind this combo is you want to use your R around 3/4 of the way through your Q, and that way you hit them with W, Q, first R, auto, and your second W hopefully hits, and then your second R closes on them and they die. Also, be careful when using your W, because if you use your W too early, you actually won't be able to get in range to Q them, because you're going to lose your ally combat move speed from your Mobies, Ghostblade, etc., and then they're going to be able to outrun your Q. QWR. This is a teamfight combo for when you're really far ahead and you want to 1v5 a teamfight. Basically what you do is, you Q to someone, WR, try to hit as many people with your W and R as possible, wait for your second W to return. And now you have 2 W hits and an R hit on as many people as you can, finish off your original target, and then just go around and proc passive on everyone. You can also add flash to some of these teamfight combos, W flash RQ auto, W flash QR auto. Now let's move on to non-full damage combos. Basically these combos, you're going to be missing some of your abilities, so you want to use these generally when your target is pretty low or if you're really far ahead. First we have ERQ auto W. You want to use this combo if there's a low health target you want to finish off, and you want to use your R of a move speed to engage on them. RQR auto. This is more of a skirmish combo. It's for when your W is down, for example you're farming a wave, and all you have up is R and Q to proc passive. So basically the way this works is you want to hit both of your Rs and your Q and then proc your passive. The trick behind this is if you're actually too close to the enemy target when you ranged Q, you're not going to be able to proc your passive because your second R is going to hit after your auto. If you're any closer, you can Q, cancel your auto with a move command, and then auto after your second R has hit them. Flash E. Usually you want to combine this with a combo like WQR flash and E out. And finally, to finish it up, I have some non-combo mechanics, basically just cool stuff you can do. First, your R cancels point-to-click spells if you can cast it before it goes off. For example, if you cast your R while like a Lee Sin kick, a Vayne E, a Mao's R is winding up, you can actually cancel the cast and force the enemy player to use his cast animation. This doesn't put the spell on cooldown, but it forces the enemy player to recast it, and usually it's enough time for you to get your combo off in a team fight. An easy way to do this is if you know the range, you can just R as soon as you walk in a range of any spell you want to cancel. Another cool thing you can do is you can step back to ranged Q. So the thing about your melee Qs is actually a self-stun for 1 second. It's pretty annoying when you're trying to run someone down, and then you're stuck in a melee Q animation and you can't finish them off with an auto. So the trick is you step back, ranged Q, which puts you directly on top of the enemy target, and then you can get the guaranteed auto afterwards. You can W flash to pull your second W back. Hard CC like stuns, sleeps, and charms do not knock you out of your E, only displacements like Kled Q or Alistair W. And finally, I'm going to end on probably the most useless tip. QE cancels your E animation, so it looks like you're walking through the wall instead of Eing over it. Now what this can do is if the enemy team isn't expecting it, they might throw skill shots too far, and you could get away, but usually it's just an animation cancel that you can use for style points. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. If there's something I missed that you guys want me to cover, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try to include it in my future videos. See you guys later.